So we were told that the Commissioner of Education from the state of New Jersey was coming to our school, and they were going to give us a presentation that was building on what we had learned last week for the Week of Respect. And we were going to learn about technology and social media and responsible usage. And that was all I knew. So there's a large assembly, the whole school is here, and someone from the Milken Foundation came out and announced that they were going to give an award to an educator in our school. And I'm looking around and I'm so excited because I have wonderful colleagues. I'm thinking, who can it be? And then they say my name, and I don't really remember much after that. I walked out to the center and the kids were cheering, and here we are. So I teach language arts and I teach writing. Both are 7th grade courses. So I've been doing that for this is my 7th year of teaching. So I've had 6 full years under my belt. I've been doing the writing curriculum for 3 years now. This is my 4th year going into it. And I actually worked with my supervisor to write that curriculum. So it's a new initiative here at the middle school. We want to focus on writing instruction and encouraging students to build writing stamina and skills. So that's one of the things that I do, one of the projects that I have. But my main job, what I was hired to do when I came here, was teach language arts. And so I've been doing that since I started here in 2019. So I've wanted to be a teacher my whole life. When I started preschool, I fell in love with the idea of school, and I just wanted to go back. I never wanted to leave the school building. And so that's always been a dream of mine. I chose my college based on what schools in the area had good education programs. I went to the College of New Jersey. I had wonderful professors and clinical experiences there. And for a long time, I thought that I wanted to teach high school. But when I did my student teaching here in Lawrence Middle School, I fell in love with this school. I loved middle school age kids because they are simultaneously silly and goofy, and yet able to really impress you with their critical thinking and the depth of thought that they bring to conversations. And so it was kind of the best of both worlds. I have a blast every single day, and I go home in awe of what we've been able to accomplish together. So this is the sweet spot for me. I grew up in New Jersey, in Burlington County. I went through the Florence Township education system, K through 12. It's always been the dream to be a teacher, but over the course of my education, I've had many really, really talented educators that have inspired me and encouraged me. One who stands out is my AP Lit teacher that I had my senior year of high school. Her name was Mrs. Graham. She was incredible. I grew up in a small town, and I knew the same 100 kids from kindergarten through 12th grade. And so when you grow up like that, your view of the world can sometimes be limited. You don't know what you don't know. And Miss Graham, I remember, she challenged us. She encouraged us to view things critically. She taught us all of these critical lenses that we could use to explore literature. And she just opened my eyes to so many things, all the while being incredibly patient and understanding and empathetic. There were only 3 of us in that class. It was the smallest AP Lit class that I could have imagined, but I grew tremendously under her teaching. And there were teachers before her, there were teachers after. In college, I had wonderful professors. I had Professor Davis and Professor Meixner at the College of New Jersey, both who really inspired me and helped me become the teacher that I am. I had wonderful cooperating teachers that I worked with. Miss Jennifer Klein, she was a teacher here, and I did my student teaching with her. And then mentor teachers, Mrs. Katrina Plunkett. So there have been teachers my entire life that I have looked up to and admired, and who have helped me and led me and taught me the tools that I use today. I think teaching writing is really fun. We do a lot of work with mentor texts. So we bring in expert writers, we bring in texts that we want students to emulate, and we teach them how to read as writers. So we teach them how to read something, look for craft moves within it, and then apply those craft moves to their own writing. And I just think that's an incredibly empowering skill for students to have, to be able to look at something that you like and that you admire, and then figure out how you can take inspiration from that and apply it to your own work and to your own life. I think that's really important. And I just think that written communication in general, it's a way for students to express, it's a way for students to reflect. At the beginning of every class, we do a monthly spark. We have a choice board, and there are different genres of writing on there. They can do argumentative writing, informative writing, narrative writing, poetry writing, challenge writing, reflective writing. And I just think it's so cool that there are so many ways that students can communicate, and teaching them the genres and giving them the tools to communicate effectively within each of those genres is really powerful and meaningful work. I'm very fortunate to feel so close to my students, past and present. They greet me in the halls. We say goodbye to each other every single day. I try to hit every single one of them as they walk by. I try to say their name, say goodbye. And so I know that we're close, and I know that we have rapport, and I see that and I feel that. But to have that experience at this level, at this magnitude, it was overwhelming.